What's up YouTube, Admiral.J here with One Piece chapter 857 review, Rook. Alright. Got a lovely cover page with Boa. I forget what a snake's name is, but God, he's long. Alright, enough of this. Last week ended with Sanji's I Wanna Live moment, like Robin and Nami, so things will be pretty heated. And on top of that, they've decided to crash the wedding, so page 1. Sweet city outskirts. A quiet rain falls on the two. Jinbei showed up? Yeah, I was totally surprised too. So Nami's safe then. I'm relieved. But anyway, now we've just got to think about how we can meet up with everyone. They'll all be stoked once they hear you're coming back. She. I can't possibly look at Nami in the eye after everything I've done. Nami and Co were more worried than anyone after all. And in spite of that, I cause them all terrible grief. Next page. Oh, the rain's letting up. Sanji's despaired face of hope. Mirror world. There they are. You think they'll be able to hear us, even though those mirrors are fragments? The last mirror we used to talk with you was broken while I was on top of the giant tree monster who called himself King Baum, so hello, Chopper. There has to be at least a couple of pieces laying around that area. Hey, Luffy! Chopper. Sweet city outskirts. Hey! Luffy, are you there? That's Chopper's voice. Hey! Found it. It's coming from this little piece of mirror. Luffy, can you hear me? Why is their voice coming from a mirror? I guess Sanji hasn't seen Brulee's powers or anything, has he? It's a long story, but all you need to know is that Chopper's inside the mirror with everyone else. Chopper, are you guys alright? Ah, Luffy! You're really there, I'm so glad! Sanji's shocked. Luffy, do you have Sanji with you? Hang on. Luffy, do you have Sanji with you? Yep, he's right here. What about you? Carrot. We were able to find and rescue everyone from inside the mirrors, Luffy. And what's more, Brook was actually able to get his hands on a copy of the poneglyph. Whoa, really? Yeah, they're all happy now. You guys really are the best. Even if you praise me, it won't make me happy or anything, you bastard. You bastard. Oh, they're all chirpy. Luffy, it's great that Sanji's with you, but were you able to reach an understanding? Sanji's not coming back just yet. Huh? Starting now, we're gonna bust up Big Mum's tea party and wedding and save Sanji's family, and once we're done, Sanji will come back to us. Big Luffy, we're talking about a Yonko here. The last thing I want to do is to endanger everyone. No, endanger Nami because my own selfishness. That's why everyone looks shocked. Yay! Chopper. I haven't even read it, just Chopper's face. What the hell's your problem? I heard you had a huge fight with Luffy, so I was so crazy worried, you dummy. I'm just so happy, you dummy. You simpleton. So as long as we do all that, Sanji will come back with the crew, right? Nami? And Sanji, regarding the matter of you throwing me down into the depths of fear itself, I'll never forgive you. Sanji's face is priceless there. So's Nami. Jesus, she's scary. Alright. but I suppose I can put it behind me for the time being. The tea party's just around the corner after all. So I'm gonna bring you back, even if I have to drag you. Got it, Sanji? Sanji's got the hearts popping out. Nami Swan! Could you be proposing to me, Nami Swan? This all makes me feel oddly relieved. Well then, Luffy, we all know what we've got to do. Yep, and now that I think of it, Sanji's big sis saved my life. Ah, then we must save her at all costs. But that's easier said than done. Even though we don't necessarily have to take out Big Mum herself, every time Mama has a tea party, she looks forward to it from the very bottom of her heart. To destroy all that would mean... Next page. To incite the full-blown wrath of one of the Yonko. And what's more, all of you, it seems you've already been confirmed by various ministers, but within the Big Mum pirates, they are but the tip of the iceberg. There will surely be many fierce warriors above them in attendance at the tea party. And not to mention the emperors of the underworld invited from various nations across the seas. Alright. As for we who are standing against them, there merely are 10 of us. Hey, don't you include us in this mess. Don't go fudging the numbers, there are merely 8 of you, not 10. Brule and Diesel in the background scream. And you can all go and get yourselves murdered as far as I'm concerned. Luffy, I'd already talked about this with everyone on this side, but forgive me changing the subject, but there's something you need to hear. Do you know of Capone Gang Beige? Alright, so this is coming full circle from last chapter, where it looked like Beige was the one who shot Bobbins. Alright. Yeah, he's the guy. Yeah, he's the guy who made off with Sanji, right? He's the one of the worst generation. In other words, one of your contemporaries. In his native West Blue, there are 5 enormous mafias which have the underworld of the entire sea under their control. Really? The 5 great families, and of those 5 bosses of the mafias, one of them is none other than Gang Beige himself. The moniker Gang comes from the remnants of his younger days, and he was one crazy whippersnapper. Jimby talking down. He became famous as a loose cannon, you see. I heard that he's the sort of man who would cut off animals' heads to laugh as he watched their bodies wriggle. Jesus, Capone's dark. Chopper's terrified. What? That's beyond terrible. And if you change animals to organizations, they met the very same fate at his hands. Even back in his younger days, he was already gunning for the heads of the bosses of the underworld. Even if they commanded an entire army, he would go straight to the head of the boss who dares resist him, and no one else. But in spite of all that, he showed no interest in improving his status or acquiring territory. He stole money and precious items and nothing else. From then on, he sat back and watched the blood-soaked struggle for power. He merely laughed as he watched the powers that be in the underworld panic. Saying he's a man with bad taste would be an understatement. However, in this world, it's an eye for an eye. Before long, those who would seek revenge on him came for his head in droves. And yet, that was all fun and games for Beige. He had an ironclad fortress awaiting them, and sent them packing with their tails between their legs, laughing all the while. Once he grew bored of his dominance, he set out to seize, but his methodologies didn't change. He quickly gained infamy by taking only the heads of renowned pirate captains, but leaving their entire crews intact. And why are you telling me this, Jinbe? Even when he journeyed out to sea, he was continuously chased by those seeking revenge. And to someone like that, there's no better hiding place than under the umbrella of a Yonko, so Beige becomes a subordinate of Big Mum's. Alright, I know a lot of people thought that Beige was a subordinate under Big Mum just because a lot of people kind of thought he was weak and that he was just trying to ease in the new world without doing much for himself, but doesn't look like it. And now his sharpened wariness, in addition to his defensive prowess, have valued their acknowledgement. And, as of this tea party, he's finally earned the title of Rook as a combatant in Big Mum's forces, and he has been given full authority over the security details of the event. Since he and his men will be on guard duty, that means there will be no one to get in his way. The main event of this tea party is the wedding ceremony. And as you know, Big Mum is planning on slaughtering every one of the Vinsmokes at that ceremony and obtaining all of the Germa for herself. But amidst all the festivities, Beige intends to take the head of Big Mum then and there. I don't know how he can do it. Although he does have that sea prism spear, he might be planning to impale her. Alright. Are you serious? This tea party is just steeped with conspiracies. Luffy, as for Peckham's, who guided you all here, the truth is, he was taken by Beige and his cohorts, and was offered to become an accomplice with their schemes. Peckham's, so that's where he went. But Peckham's, who has a strong sense of duty, refused the offer, and in order to ensure that he kept quiet, he was shot and dropped into the seas for the sharks to feed him, and that's when they would have saved him, because those are the same sharks from Impel Down. Huh? However, luckily for him, he was found by one of my comrades and saved by a hair's breadth. Looks like it wasn't Jinbe. It was another fishman, probably Aladdin. And he's currently recuperating. So he's safe then. I'm glad to hear it. But I've had it up to here with this bastard Beige. I'll never forgive him. Silence. Luffy, from here on out, is the meat of the conversation. I've heard everything about this plan, from Peckham's himself, and I've done quite a bit of thinking on how all of us should act from here on out. Once you heard this whole story, I knew that you would just want to rescue Sanji and his entire family. I certainly feel bad for Peckham's. Is now really the time to make an enemy of Beige? Then there's Luffy. The tea party will begin at 10 a.m. Wow, so it's already... So, the tea party will begin at 10 a.m. That's only 5 hours away, so it's 5 in the morning for them. Lovely. Unlike the 10 of us who are starting now and trying to make a plan from scratch, I told you not to include us in your schemes. You fiends, I'll expose all of you, just you wait. Brulee's yelling in the background. Luffy's still curious. Beige and his crew have miraculously made preparations for this day. Sanji, Luffy, would you join forces with Beige? What? Now, I wonder how this will go down, because say Luffy and Beige make an alliance here. Would that cancel or nullify the alliance with Luffy and Law for Wano? and Kaido? Or would that make all three of them in alliance? Or would this be the reason to get Law to be on bad terms with Luffy and go back to being his rival instead of more or less Luffy's assistant? Alright. Next page. You might be onto something there. Whoa, Luffy! Are you insane? Sanji's questioning Beige. Luffy, you actually haven't been taken in by Jinbe, have you? See? What did I tell you? Just what I thought he would say. Luffy, we voted against it at 4-2. I've actually already made the preparations for a meeting should we go to see him. Really? Alright, let's meet with him right away. Huh? Luffy's made preparations if he's met him, if he goes to meet him. All of Luffy's preparations either involve meat or a punch. Alright. Calm down. If we don't like the sound of it, we can just turn him down. Our objectives are slightly different after all. Northwest Whole Cake Island Fire Tank Pirates hideout. So did you off Bobbin? Indeed, I did. He was chasing after Blackleg and, well, the Germa are my heroes after all. Nero. Do you really think those guys are coming, father? Jinbe isn't a man who would joke around about something like this. It's only logical that neither of us would want to make ourselves more enemies given that we're both planning on opposing Big Mom. The rest all depends on Straw Hat's attitude. If he does anything to piss me off, all we gotta do is take I'm out right here. What? I think that's supposed to say all we gotta do is take him out right here. Gang is gonna give Luffy an offer he can't refuse. Chapter 857 end. Review coming in just a bit. Like, subscribe, and as always, have a good day. Bye.